There was a boy named Arjun Sharma, born in a small town in India. His father was a rickshaw puller and his mother worked as a maid in nearby houses. Their tiny one-room home had leaking walls during monsoon, and at night the sound of hunger in his stomach was louder than the rain outside. Life was not just hard, it was unfair. At the age of 10, Arjun started selling newspapers at the railway station to support his family. Every morning before sunrise, when other children were still asleep, he carried a heavy bundle of newspapers on his fragile shoulders. He shouted, "Times of India, Hindustan Times, fresh news." His voice echoed in the station, but deep inside, he wished he could hold books instead of newspapers. While selling papers, Arjun had a strange habit. Unlike other sellers, he would actually read the headlines. Sometimes he read entire articles while waiting for trains. He was fascinated by stories about business leaders, politics, and science. One day, a customer noticed and asked, "Why do you read the paper, boy?" "Just sell it and earn money." Arjun simply replied, "Sir, knowledge is also an earning." That single sentence defined his mindset. Years went by. Arjun worked during the day and studied at night under the dim light of a street lamp. He often used old, torn books given by kind-hearted passengers. Despite the struggle, he completed his schooling with excellent grades. His teachers saw something special in him, a spark, a hunger for learning that poverty could not destroy. But reality soon hit him again. College fees were impossible to afford. His father told him, "Arjun, this is our fate. Accept it." But Arjun did not believe in fate. He believed in choice. To pay for his studies, he took extra shifts selling papers, sometimes even polishing shoes at the station. During his college years, Arjun developed a dream: to start his own media company. He wanted to give people unbiased news, honest reporting, and stories of hope. But who would believe a poor boy with no money, no contacts, and no family support? One evening, as he was distributing newspapers, an arrogant businessman mocked him. "You will never be more than this, boy. People like you are born to sell papers, not to own them." That insult cut deep, but instead of breaking him, it built him. He promised himself, "One day I will print my own newspaper, and the world will read it." After finishing college, Arjun worked small jobs in local printing shops. He observed everything: how papers were designed, printed, distributed, and sold. Slowly, he saved enough to buy a second-hand computer and rented a tiny room. With just 2 friends, he launched a small weekly newsletter. They typed articles, printed them cheaply, and distributed copies on bicycles. At first, people laughed. "Who will read this nonsense?" they said. But Arjun was patient. His content was different, honest, relatable, and fearless. Slowly, readers increased. Local shopkeepers started advertising in his newsletter, giving him a little income. What started as a small weekly grew into a monthly magazine. Within 5 years, Arjun registered his own media company. His publication gained recognition for speaking the truth when others stayed silent. Advertisers came in, investors showed interest, and his reach expanded beyond his town. By the age of 30, Arjun Sharma was no longer the boy selling newspapers. He was the owner of one of India's fastest-growing media companies. His offices had hundreds of employees. His magazines were sold nationwide, and his digital platform reached millions of readers every day. The same railway station where he once shouted, "Newspaper, newspaper," now invited him as a chief guest to inspire students. Standing there, he looked at the crowd and said, "I was once a boy selling papers right here. People told me I could never rise above this. But let me tell you, your present does not define your future. Knowledge, hard work, and determination do. If a newspaper seller can own a media company, then nothing is impossible for you." The crowd clapped, but his eyes searched for one face, his father's. The old man had tears rolling down his cheeks. He whispered, "Beta, I was wrong. Fate is not written for us. You wrote your own." Arjun's journey from a hungry child to a successful entrepreneur became a story told across India. Not just because he built a company, but because he built hope. Moral: success is never about where you start. It's about how strongly you decide not to stop.